Hello, this is Yugioh. I haven't done a video in a long time, mainly because of school, college, and I'm also an athletic, still running cross country. So if you're in high school, enjoy those years while they last, because once you're in college or university, you're not going to have that much time for anything. So today I'm going to talk about some side deck cards, kind of like the best side deck cards. Before that, I just started a new prank channel. If you'd like to check that out, I'll probably have a video right here in the clip annotation. Click on that, or click in the description if you enjoy prank videos and you want to see me get punched. So about the top deck side cards. So this past Tuesday, there was a tournament. There's weekly tournaments at MTG Deals, little locals at like where I live, and I recently topped or won. I don't know if I won it or topped, because in the last round I was in the second table. There's no one on the first table, and I played against Based Lolly, which is a popular known person that has topped many YCSs and ARG events. And the main reason that I beat him was because of this card, and the band played on. I played Fire Fist +1, and most decks, well, my deck doesn't use special summoning. So, like, if my opponent runs Vanity's Emptiness, Black-Horn of Heaven, most likely they're going to be dead cards to them, because they're never going to use it against me, where I main 3 Vanity's Emptiness. He played, and the bad played on. He summoned a Construct and summoned, he tried to summon a BLS, which would have beat me, but because of this card the band played on was on the field, he couldn't have 2 level 8s on the field. So he summoned his Construct, and next turn I Tinky search for Bear, pop Construct, and attack him for game, because he only had 1300 life points left. Mostly because this meta right now, the 3 main decks are Stellarknights, Burning Abyss, and Shaddolls. And Base Ollie was playing the 60 card Burning Abyss Shadoll artifact deck, and mainly those 2 decks, even Stellarknights, they lose against these 3 cards. These 3 cards, Dimensional Fusion, Macro, and Soul Drain, they just say, you know what, just fuck you if your monsters hit the graveyard, or even if they're banished, they cannot use your effects. So these 3 cards, if you play against any of those 3 decks and have one of these at least up, they're not going to get their effects. They could probably summon their monster, but they're not going to have the effects that allows them to pop or search, or like bring back another card from the grave to their hand. And mainly these 3 cards. Other cards you could use if your opponent really likes X, Y, Z's a lot. Say Burning Abyss, they summon Tour Guide, just Flying Sea. I don't play Flying Sea because I main deck Vanity's Emptiness, and if my opponent summons Tour Guide, or if they played their Shaddol Fusion, I just flip over that Vanities, and their card is just like it's dead. If it's another card is Grand Mole. Grand Mole, it's like I would play Defusion over this card. This is mainly for like the fusions. You could also do it for the XYZs, but for Burning Abyss, even if you bounce back their Dante or other XYZ, their materials are still going to hit the graveyard. But mostly for Shaddolls. What I like about Defusion versus Shaddolls is it bounces back their fusion monster, and it doesn't allow your opponent to bring back the materials from the graveyard back onto the field. And it's a quick play spell card, so there's like less outs for your opponent. Your opponent can't wiretap it, they can't negate it. The only thing I could see them doing in response to Defusion is Super Poly. Against the Stellarknights, kind of play like Light Imprisoning, but mainly Vanity's Emptiness. If you just don't let them XYZ summon or like special summon from the grave, then they're pretty much like Constellars. Mainly for road decks or like chaining, chain burn. Now because they have 2 case fires, the 3 trap stuns. I don't like Decree because I also want to use traps, and I'm just trying to decree my opponent for 1 turn. And I don't know, these are just for road decks. I can't really play trap stun against other decks like Shaddolls. This is just probably for rogue decks. And mainly that's the only 3 cards that I mainly use. I haven't really used other cards, but just 3 cards that I rely is Soul Drain, Diffuser, and Macro. Just not letting my opponent like for the graveyard. But after challengers, the one that comes with the quill forts, I would say just try to run 3 MSTs and anti-fragrance spell. Is it? Yeah, anti-fragrance spell. It doesn't let your opponent like it makes your opponent just set your spells before activating, and you cannot set a pendulum like on the side. And plus MSC, because most of the deck just relies on pendulum summoning and then like try to summon killer. So for the next format, I would just say the MSTs and the anti-fragrance spell. So this is just a little quickly like discussion about side deck cards, mainly like the cards for this meta right now. So I'm probably gonna have more videos this week about like pack openings, and mainly just because of time, I'll probably make more videos, more interesting videos when I have more time.
Spit or swallow?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you spit or swallow? What the fuck, guy?